call the November 20th meeting of the Common Council to order. I will ask our clerk to call the roll to determine a quorum.
Alderman Shapleski.
Here.
Oitmeyer.
Here.
Haas.
Here.
Lysick.
Here.
May.
Here.
Reinke.
Here.
Rote. Here. Vitale.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
And Barzak.
Here.
That's 10 present.
We have a quorum. Please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led this evening by Alderman Shapleski.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to item D in the agenda, we have one item for public hearing this evening. I will ask our clerk to read item number 1.
Resolution relative to determination of special use permit for Citgo, an existing fuel station and convenience store, to obtain a Class A license located at 9530 West National Avenue.
Mr. Stiebel?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On the intersection of 95th National Avenue and Lincoln Avenue is this particular parcel, an old gas station that's been there for many years. The purpose of the public hearing tonight is to approve a site and landscaping plan for a special use. And the special use is a result of the Common Council's recent action that requires anybody that wants to sell packaged liquor to have an approved site and landscaping plan. This is a very small parcel, a quarter acre, with 2,400 square feet. The proposal is to allow for about 5% of the building to be used for packaged liquor sales. The hours of operation will continue to be as what they were, and usually they'll have at least one person staffing 24 hours a day. One of the main issues that the council was trying to achieve was to improve the image of the community as part of our strategic planning process. And this certainly does that. There probably isn't anything of the hardscape on the site that isn't being changed. We're converting it to essentially a brick building, a red brick building on the base, and then a hardy plank, tan hardy plank on the upper areas of the building. They'll be ripping off a lot of the gable roofs and roofs. So it'll be a substantially better looking building for an estimated cost of about $50,000. They'll also be replacing this fencing, making the fence go completely around, and they'll also have an enclosed dumpster within the area. There's also a flagpole on the site that's kind of broken down, hasn't been used in a long time. The base and pole will be removed, as well as there's an old phone. I don't think it even has a receiver that's on that location, and everything affiliated with that will also be removed. This is an area where the fence is going to be replaced. The Plan Commission has reviewed this proposal and has recommended approval. If you have any additional questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Thank you, Mr. Stiebel. Are there any, Alderman Haas?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Devine. And John, how about the canopy over the pumps? Any improvement to that planned?
No.
And your estimation, is it because the canopy is okay, it doesn't need any improvement, or what's the situation there?
The canopy wasn't that bad, but we can certainly take another look at it as part of your review process.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Haas. Are there any other questions or comments from the council?
Mayor Devine?
Alderman Barzak.
John, my understanding is that this is the last Class A license that we have available within the quota system. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. My understanding is we used to have 20 Class A licenses, and the License and Health Committee extended that to 30. And my understanding is that those 10 increases were to be used for major developments that would happen throughout the city. Is that correct?
Generally correct.
Okay. Which that has not happened, but this is the last one, and we know we have a $14 million development that is currently under construction right now that's going to need a Class A license. Are we, what's going to happen there? We had 20, we increased 10 for development, And now are we just going to start just flipping them out for anything over quota, or how are we going to have a license for the $14.5 million development?
If I may differentiate between the two, the purpose of this public hearing today is to talk about the site and landscaping and architectural review as a condition for the License and Health Committee to explore the other options of the quota system, city-imposed maximum. But those are license and health issues as opposed to a safety and development issue that we're talking about this evening. But I can certainly answer your question if you like.
Yeah, and I totally understand it, but number 36 on the agenda is the actual license. So the actual license is on the agenda tonight also. So the special use is there, but also the license. And my understanding is this is the last license, and if this one is approved, we would not have a license available for our $14.5 million development. Is that correct?
That's a decision up to the Common Council.
Okay, so there are no more licenses available.
That's a decision of the Common Council.
If we have,
The Common Council
if we have
imposed
30
their
and we're
own,
giving it 30,
the Common Council imposed their own limit as to, this would be the last of that currently imposed maximum limit.
okay, very good. Thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments from the Common Council? Seeing none, are there any comments or questions from the members of the audience? Okay, seeing none, we will close our public hearing. We will move to item E on our agendas, which is citizen participation. This is the chance for residents to address the council on matters of interest to them. We ask that you keep your comments to approximately 5 minutes. Is there anybody that wishes to address the council under citizen participation this evening? Okay, seeing none, we will close citizen participation. Excuse me. We will move to item F, which is the announcement of our standing committees. They will be meeting during recess. The page numbers are listed on page 2 of your agendas. Moving to item G, the mayor's report. I just have a few quick things regarding the Christmas parade and the events coming up the weekend of November 30th through December 2nd. The Chris Kindle Market will be back at the Farmers Market for a second year on Friday evening. On Saturday, there will be some activities in the downtown, including the community sing-along and tree lighting. And then the parade will kick off at 4:45 on December 1st. And that will begin on 81st Street and proceed eastbound to 70th Street. And also want to mention on Sunday, if you've got energy left, there is the holiday open house at the Historical Society at the museum there on 84th and National. So a lot of good events. It's going to be a very busy weekend in the community. I hope the weather cooperates, and I hope you can all get out and join us for at least part of that. That does conclude the mayor's report this evening. Do we have any reports from the alderpersons?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman May?
I want to thank Dick Zylecki and the Rainbow Gardens Neighborhood Association. They collected just shy of 2.5 tons of food for a local food pantry in the neighborhood. And it's just another example of the power of neighborhood associations and people coming together to do good things for their own community. I also want to thank Officer Nelson, Corporal Nelson with the police department for giving the Cub Scout Pack 516 a tour of the police station yesterday. It wasn't my first tour, but the kids, they really had a blast looking at the big tank and being able to honk the horn of the police vehicles and everything. So it was a good experience. So thank you, Officer Nelson.
Thank you. Any other alderpersons' reports?
Mayor Devine,
Alderperson Ranky?
thank you. Once again, the Celebrations Committee is hosting the project Remember the Veterans. As you entered City Hall tonight, there's a cute little tree filled with stars for the veterans on the 9th floor at the VA. Also, the greenhouse we service, also the palliative unit at the VA we are servicing again this year. This is a project that we've opened up to the community to assist us in honoring our veterans. On every star, there's the name of a veteran at either the greenhouse, the palliative unit, or the 9th floor, and what they have wished for. Some of them are simple things, candy, books, calendars. You get to choose whatever you want to purchase for the veteran. Some of them are also a little larger gift, like a sweatshirt. A lot of them asked for sweatshirts, hats, and things of that nature. But I'm hoping that we get your support for this wonderful project that is so successful. I can't thank the community enough for all that they do for this committee by honoring the veterans and purchasing either food or clothing for them, whatever they want. These gifts basically are due by December 12th. They started yesterday. They're due by December 12th. We set them up on December 13th, the committee does. And on December 14th, our committee members wrap each of these gifts. We've added basically coupon books also where they can buy things from the commissary there. We deliver them on a Sunday because that's a quiet day at the VA. And the therapist puts them aside in a special room, and then on a special night or day, during the day, they hand them out to each of the veterans. And I can't tell you how happy we have made these veterans. They are so pleased that a community itself has recognized them and honored them in this special way. Again, these are the veterans that live on the 9th floor. Most of them don't have families, and so this is the only gift they get for the Christmas holiday. I'm hoping that we get the same support that we have every year, and I thank you. If there's anyone who also wants to donate cash, that's acceptable because we do buy the coupon books for these vets. And I thank anyone who wants to give for this particular project. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing that we do for these vets. Also, Santa's Cafe, the night of the Christmas parade, we will be having Santa's Cafe. And Santa's Cafe will have hot dogs and chili from Steakhouse 100 and lots of goodies, candy, cookies, soda. So stop in, and this also will go for the Veterans Project. So I'm hoping you come in and from the cold. I'm hoping it won't be too cold, but if it's too cold, then we'll sell more chili, obviously. But come in and enjoy our snacks. That will be the night of
December 1st.
December 1st,
Do you want to tell us the
Night of the
location of this
parade, right?
secret cafe?
Santa's Cafe.
Where will it be?
Yes,
Underneath City Hall?
I'm sorry.
Where will it be?
Oh, down in, I'm
Right
sorry.
below us.
The art gallery.
Yes,
Yeah, right off City Hall.
down in the
Plaza.
art gallery. And we'll be ready for you.
All right.
So,
Thank
please
you.
come.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Dan.
Alderperson Ranky. You're welcome. Any other reports from the alderpersons?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Oiteneyer.
thank you. Just want to say thank you to residents in District 2 and Fairview Park specifically, and to Patty Conca, who came out to last week's Fairview Park Neighborhood Association meeting. It was pretty successful. There are quite a few people there. We were able to outline the boundaries of the neighborhood association and talk about what we're going to do in the future. So it was nice to do that. And while I'm at it, Just want to say thank you to the council members and the public and the citizens who participated in the breakfast of Thanksgiving the other day at the Hampton Inn Suites, and as well as all the sponsors too.
Thank you. Any other alderpersons' reports this evening?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move approval of the minutes of the Common Council regular meeting of November 5th, 2018.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Are there any amendments or adjustments to the minutes? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Moving to item J, I'll ask for a motion to place item 3 on file and refer item 4 to the city attorney.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item K, standing committee reports, we have none.
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we stand in recess until conclusion of the committee meetings.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are in recess.